Bro, just go outside. Like, okay, story time. So, everything is going shit. I know you've been here. Everything's going bad. Like, nothing's working. Oh, I can't do this. I just fucked up in my job. Oh, I just got a shit mark. Oh, this girl looked at me sideways. Oh, everyone's looking at me. What's everything's going? Okay, I'm just gonna sit in bed. I'm okay. Okay, listen. I'm gonna sit in bed. I'm gonna lie in bed. I'm definitely not gonna watch porn. Yeah, right. I'm gonna just scroll on Instagram until everything goes away, and then I'll eventually fall asleep at 1 a.m. Right? That happens. You wake up at 9 a.m. Your adenosine's all fucked up. You're like, oh, I'm so tired. Let me drink a coffee. You pound the coffee down as soon as you wake up, messing with your adenosine receptors. Okay, let me explain that because I'm saying big words now. Caffeine acts on your adenosine receptors in your brain. Your adenosine is kind of like an avalanche of neurons that tells your brain, oh, it's time to go to bed. So, they avalanche all throughout the day. Then in the evening, your adenosine is super high. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go sleep now. Caffeine hijacks those signals and like blocks it. So the adenosine's here, caffeine's here, like fuck you, adenosine. So the adenosine still builds up. It's all building up here. And then when your caffeine supplies go down, it's like, that's how people get caffeine crashes. Because like all the adenosine comes at once. And you can get rid of that by having more coffee. But that'll fuck with your sleep. So, enough of the science. You think, okay, I'm just gonna have coffee. Okay, then the same thing happens. You get to the end of the day, you're like, oh, everything's just going wrong. There's something, Pete Walker mentioned this, or I said his name, the guy who wrote Why We Sleep. He mentioned this as like, there's something about evening time which causes people to catastrophize everything. Everything just gets worse in the evening. You're like, oh, like your normal worries just get worse. And staying online and staying inside, I think, is a big contributor to that. If you don't actually, it's difficult as well. It's that little bit of resistance, like I mentioned in the other videos. That little bit of resistance keeping you in your house, right? It's keeping you in there. You're like, just go outside, bro. Just fucking go outside now. Stop watching. Stop watching. Go outside. Just do it. Like just go outside for go outside for 2 minutes. If you can go outside for 2 minutes, I'll give you. I can't give you anything. Do it for 2 minutes. I promise you, you'll see a change. Just go outside, and outside of your house, not just in the garden. Go outside. Like walk somewhere for 2 minutes. Go to a park. If you're lucky enough to stay in like some place with wilderness, go there. 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Studies have been done showing that like people who spend more time in nature are happier. And I think it's just getting your I think a lot of it also is just getting your eyes adapted to how things are actually supposed to look. Our modern environments aren't not that they're bad, they just aren't normal for our eyes to see. Like literally there's this I don't know what the experiment's called, you can Google it. There's a optical illusion that only uh, industrialized people experience. Like only industrialized people notice like the illusion. Everyone else sees it as normal. It's like that's how our eyes have adapted since we've been babies to like to notice, because everything's like square. You know what I mean? Everything's rectangular. Look at this. It's rectangular and angular. Like there's no curves and shit like that. There's an apple. There's no curves. You know what I mean? Because curves are structurally weak, so we avoid them. Engineering brain. So we make everything straight and angular, right? But our eyes adapt to that, and then our nervous system adapts to this, and then we think this is everything. We think that piece of paper. There's a good analogy. So, and a piece of paper, no, it can either be absolutely fuck all to you, or it could be like the end of your life. That's how it could feel. Sorry, I thought I had a moth or something now. That's how it could feel to you. It's like Jordan Peterson always says, it's like that piece of paper isn't a piece of paper, it's a dragon. If you turn that thing over and you see a failed grade, or you see eviction notice, or you see 5,000 rand bill, or you see like something bad, it's like fuck, it's bad. And especially with our phones now, everything could be that dragon. Everything, anything on your phone can just come and be like, oh, the world's ending, and it will feel like that, and it sucks because it just feels like that. But when you go outside, when you actually see like, oh shit, I could actually just grow like an apple tree and survive. Okay, you can't do that, but like You can go outside and feel like, oh, this is real life. This other thing we're doing is actually just a game. All this shit, this video you're watching, this is all a game. Actual life is in nature and with other people, especially with other people. So go outside, bro. Keep me listen. Maybe if you want to listen to me longer, if you like my voice, keep me in your ears and go fucking outside. Chill outside. See like, oh wow, there's other human beings here. Like, oh, there's a plant. It's like, whoa. Like, pay attention. It takes you out of this possible dragon. Like, maybe the videos that are showing up here are like fucking attention grabbing. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, quickest way to XYZ. This is how you lose. This is how you get abs in 10 minutes. Like all that bullshit. Just chill. Go outside. What? Like, I don't want to get conspiratorial, but the fact that like industrialized kids have so many more mental illnesses than regular, like non-industrial kids, okay, more reported ones. Obviously, there's a possibility that most kids just like a lot of kids just have things wrong with them, and then they weren't reported, which is definitely possible. I think like child abuse is a lot, as like PC as it sounds, child abuse is a lot more common than than people think. Like eating your children and also like demeaning them and shit. That's actually like fucking real child abuse and fucks them up. So don't do that. But maybe read a book on parenting, asshole, if you're a parent and you do that stuff. Yeah, go outside, bro. Go outside now. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna give you some interesting stuff. So, there's this thing I learned about recently. For anyone interested in becoming parents in the future, read a fucking book. Cause like, look, we don't let people drive on the roads, right? Like, if they don't have a driver's license, you can't drive. That's a no go. Am I right? It's a no go. You can literally just fuck without the rubber on, and you can have a kid. And everyone gives you full sovereignty and responsibility over this other person. That's just granted to you for fucking without the rubber. You don't have to get married. You don't have to do anything like of value. You can just fuck without the rubber, and then like, oh, my kid. And no one can tell you, oh, you can't tell me what to do. It's my kid. I get to tell him what to do. Like, shut up. Okay, the government can tell you, but even then, the government's still heavily favored towards you having sovereignty and authority over your child, right? That's a lot of responsibility. I wouldn't say it's more. It's a less immediate responsibility than obviously being able to drive so you don't run over someone. But it's fucking super important. You're raising the next generation of people, and the majority of people who have kids don't read books on how to raise children because they think they'll just know. Like, oh, it's just something. There are parts of, I'll give you that, especially with women. There's parts of it you just learn. Like, you just get it. Like, yeah, there's things you can't emulate. You know what I mean? But the way you raise them, there are tried and tested methods that work much better than, let's say, I think like a slap here and there is fine, but like beating your children like heavy duty, that's obviously fucking wrong. Or like the kind of this is, oh, I want to talk about this. So tough love, no, this whole idea of, especially with boys, I understand it more with boys, but it's like you got to be hard on them, make them like earn love and stuff like that. And I get that, I do get it. Like as sadistic as it sounds, I do get it. It is effective, but it makes young men who crave they what's the word? They crave validation for the wrong reasons. They crave validation because they think it equals love. Validation is important, but it shouldn't equal love. Like, I don't like all those people that say, oh, I don't care about social validation. Yes, you do. You biologically programmed to care about social validation. Stop being a dumbass. But it shouldn't be the same as love. It shouldn't equate to love. Like, yeah. Um, okay. So with raising kids and stuff, yeah, read a book, please, please. Like, yes, there's so much shit I see is like, I want to tell this mom like, you shouldn't, like, that's not gonna. But then I know they'll be like, it's my child, fuck you. Like, people don't like taking feedback when it comes to raising kids. As if your kids are always gonna be your own. You know they're gonna be people eventually, right? And they might become assholes because of you. Maybe something to look at. Read a book on it. Like, you'll notice positive reinforcement. I'll put you some game. Positive reinforcement works so much better, and I've seen this in my life as well with my nephews. Like, it's much better to tell a child, good job, that was excellent, if they do something good, than to chastise them for doing something bad. So there has to be steps in place where they don't do bad things. Obviously, so I think like a slap here and there is fine. But if you instead emphasize every time they do something good, you're like, fucking A, well done, little daughter, little son. Then they're like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing that because daddy likes it, or I'm gonna keep doing that because mommy likes it. You know what I mean? And it's much more effective with people as well. Positive reinforcement helps a lot more. Guys, I'm gonna put you on some game from the Way of the Superior Man. Instead of telling your chick, like, baby, I think you're putting on some weight. Be like, I love the way your body looks in yoga pants. Or I love the way your body looks in your gym clothes. That'll get them in the gym. It'll get them in the gym a lot better than being like, you're looking a bit fat. That's horrible, bro. You don't want to do that to a chick or to anyone in general, like to a guy as well. Like every guy I want to get into the gym, I tell them, fuck, bro, your shoulders are looking bigger, yo. Even if they're only like 2% bigger, I won't lie. I won't be like, yes, you're looking like Chris Bumstead. That's just cap. You have to be honest with it. But honest, positive feedback is the old, especially as a parent. As a parent, you have so much like scope over what your child's gonna like. It's insane. So choose it wisely. Go outside, be a good parent. Cheers.